Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Boulder Park, my 100% custom built amusement park in Planet Coaster 2. This is kind of inspired by just kind of keeping in mind the theme parks that I've gone to in real life. So Disney, Universal, just trying to build something super detailed and just kind of new and inviting. So this is like a modern-esque take on like a Disney park if I were to build it. So in this episode, we're going to be building the monorail station at the top of the mountain here. Keep it super modern and just kind of clean. I didn't really add too much of the wood textures or brick textures into this. Kind of trying to tie it in with the monorail itself, so it's super sci-fi space type of theme here. But you'll see that in the end it all comes together. It's just super modernized. I do add some planters and some trees and stuff that bring it nice together with the rest of the build. And I just kind of make it super clean. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll leave the time lapse here for a little bit and join you back in later to explain a little bit more of what I'm doing. But just enjoy the build of the station. So it was at this point in the build where I was a little bit lost and didn't really know what to do. But once I put these bones in, I kind of was like, oh, that's cool. So kind of adding some open windows and closed windows. So half of it's inside, outside, kind of breezeway type of thing going on. And I think it came out really nice, actually, for a little substation. This is where people are gonna basically get on in the entrance of the park to go to the hotel. Later on, way in the future, there will be a hotel with another station inside. And this monorail kind of will go through some of the park so you can see some of the different areas before you actually get to the park. So this will drop you off at the hotel, and from the hotel, it'll drop you off back at the entrance. Then you can take the ramp down if you wanted, or from the hotel you could walk straight out into the park itself. So eventually that'll be pretty cool. Here I started on the planter boxes that I was talking about, kind of just trying to tie in. And when it comes
all the
to
area,
like
like I
filling
said,
in these planter boxes,
to the rest of what
just
I
grabbing whatever plants are around that I've already used. Not trying to grab anything new until it comes to like newer areas in the main park, only because, you know, this is a nice little entryway, so just keep it kind of clustered together as one big area, and I think it comes out really nice. So I'll just leave it here for now again. I'll start putting plants in, and then in a little bit we'll start on the entryway and the staircase. I kind of want it to wrap with the monorail station kind of going downhill, so it'll be a little bit of a hidden queue behind some rocks and mountains, but I think it'll tie in this area really nicely at the end, so I hope you enjoy. here I'm going to start with the pathing, and I kind of am still used to the old game mechanics, so I'm sure there was a 100% an easier way of doing this, but it turns out really nice in the end. And just kind of, I wasn't able to place paths in many different places, so I had to work with what I had in this tight little area trying to make this exit. So when you get off of this monorail station, you'll get spit right back out into this very first entrance before the entrance. And just kind of tied in the rocks and the mountains into this little staircase that I have. And yeah, it all comes together really tight squeezed, but with all these tiny rocks and things that I put here, just kind of fills in the area nicely. So it's a little hidden exit off to the side. When you first come in, you don't really even notice it. And in order to get on, you have to go down the ramp before the main entrance to the park. Trying to add some of these like trees and stuff in between so it's not just rocks everywhere. And here I start working on the actual queue to the monorail. And you'll see that there's a weird glitch going on with the stairs, but I end up just filling it in with some rocks and it works out. I wanted this queue to stretch down this side of the mountain where I have some space and kind of link back up to the sidewalk down there and creates a nice little entrance. So just finagling with the staircase, the direction, how I want it, and then eventually I'll land a nice little spot kind of curving with this monorail. And then this will all be hidden, like I said. This will basically just be rocks in between some rock walls. So as you're in the queue, it'll just be like a little cave, and then you'll get spit out into this beautiful monorail station. But there we go. So we connected it back down and just finishing it off with some rocks here. And then we'll get started on building the actual entrance here. So just kind of keeping this nice and fresh with some wood and rock textures so that when you get spit out at the top, it is very bright white and black and white fine lines, kind of completely opposite of nature. And it comes out really cool. So I'll probably just leave the time lapse to play for a little bit and meet you guys at the end. I've been talking for a little bit in this video, so just gonna leave the time lapse running, and I hope you guys enjoy. coming into some real-time footage. I basically just wanted to show you what I have so far from today. Finished off this little area here. Let me move these plants down really quick. It's floating up there. But finished off this area nicely. Just created this queue under this nicely shaded area next to the bathrooms, really tucked away back here. And then the queue, like I said, just kind of goes behind those rocks, but finished off this nice little area with some rocks and some trees and plants and stuff. I think it came out really cute. So this is an aerial view. Like I said, this is going to be a two-parter for the monorail station. So in the next episode, I'll just finish off the rest of that rocky queue and add some trees back there so it kind of all comes together. And then that'll be it. The next episode will be it for this entrance area. We'll be all completely done with everything. So I'll show you off some details and some walkthroughs of that in the next episode after we're done. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe, and keep up with Boulder Park.